All right, good job, boys. One more round to go. All right, last round up, down, starting in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, good. 10-second break here. Then we're going to go last round of arm circles. So arm circles going in 3, 2, 1, go. Last round of arm circles. Last round, arm circles, and then we're going to move on to the rest of it. Good job, boys. So next part of the warm-up, what you're going to do, you're going to have to come down to the ground. All right, we're going to come into our 90-90 position. All right, so remember, front knee at 90, back knee at 90. We're going to lean into the front knee, and what we're going to do is we're going to do 5 rocks. All right, so chest nice and tall, back straight. I'm trying to bring my belly button into the floor and then pull myself back up. Belly button to the floor, pull myself back up. You should feel that in the glute. So my left leg is the one I'm leaning into, feeling it in my left glute. All right, let's go 5 one side, 5 the other side. All right, when you're done with 5 and 5 of those, what we're going to do is stay in 90-90. Now I'm going to sit back a little bit, and all I'm going to try to do is open up. So my right knee is the one moving, left knee pinned to the ground, as much external rotation as possible. All right, so this is part of that warm-up that we've been doing on the field if you're there. If not, just pay extra close attention to what's going on in my screen and the other guy's screens too. All right, so opening up as much as we can here. Let's go 5 on one side, switch sides, 5 on the other side. So as I open up, I'm trying to pin that knee to the ground. All right, that other knee stays pinned to the ground, the other one opens up. All right, you should feel this on the inside of that hip of the one that's rotating. All right, when you're done with 5 and 5 of those, hands on the ground, let's go 5 swivels per side. All right, you can use the hands on the ground in the back, make it a little bit harder. Go without the hands, swiveling side to side. It's going to be 5 and 5, so 10 total swivels.
You say that again? Missed that.
So 10 total swivels. So you can go hands on the ground swivels or hands off the ground, swiveling side to side.
All right, got it. Thanks.
Got it? All right, so we're done with that. What we're going to do is come up to our feet. We're going to go split stance, heel elevated, squat. So back heel is elevated, front heel is elevated too. I'm going to go 5 per side. So I'm going to go down, up, both feet, heels are elevated. All right, so down and pop back up. Let's go 5 on one side, 5 on the other side. All right, slow and controlled on the way down. Good pop on the way up. Try to let that knee touch the ground. All right, well, we're done with that. Next part. It's going to be a bird dog. Bird dog, but it's going to be resistant. So regular bird dog, I'm going opposite. Now what I'm going to do dead bug. On our back, arms straight, left hand to right knee, and then I'm going to go away. And I'm going to go 5 per side. All right, so I'm pushing my left hand into my right knee, straightening out my opposites, 5 on one side, 5 on the other side.
Is there something else I can do for that? I don't have room.
Josh, honestly, if you want, if you don't have a lot of room and you don't have Wi-Fi, if you know the movements, you can just do them on your own, like in your garage. If you like want to stick around and do it with this, you can do like standing hip flexions for this one.
Okay.
Where I'm just like pressing, hold for a couple seconds, switch sides.
Okay.
When you're done with your 5 per side of those, let's go back to our reverse or our split stance lunge. All right, so another set of split stance lunges, another set of the resisted dead bugs. All right, both heels elevated on that split stance. And then that dead bug, you're pushing that hand into that knee. All right, when you're done with 2 sets of that, what we're gonna do, we're gonna move into some activation. So we're gonna go 3 sets of this. It's gonna be 10 air squats, 10 good mornings. All right, so air squats are just body weight squats, nice and low. I'm gonna do 10 of those. For the good mornings, hands on the hip, butt goes back, back stays straight. Feel that stretch in my hamstrings, come back up. So 10 good mornings. So I do 10 air squats, 10 good mornings, 3 sets.
Could you show those good mornings again?
Yep. So hands are gonna go on the hips.
Yep.
Feet hip width apart. I'm gonna push my butt back, chest falls forward, and then I come back up. It's basically an RDL, right?
All right, sounds good.
All right, then when you're done with those 3 sets of 10 and 10, let's grab a quick drink of water, and then we'll move into the first part of today's workout. All right, when you're doing those good mornings, really feel that stretch in that hamstring and those glute muscles turning on. All right, you don't just want to let your chest fall forward. You want to stay nice, controlled. All right, a little bit easier than a regular warm up, not 40 yards of side shuffles and karaoke and all that fun stuff. All right, so as guys are finishing up there, first part of today's workout in the A's. All right, so it's a half neo-lateral jump to 2-foot landing. So you're gonna need a little bit of room here and a little bit of coordination. I'm going to show you guys what it is, and then we're just going to kind of go off my tempo of kind of when I say to go versus everyone just kind of going on their own pace and everyone's kind of lost. So half knee lateral jump, 2 foot landing plus 2 vertical jumps. If you don't have a lot of room, you're going to go 1 lunge jump to a 2 foot landing and then the 2 vertical jumps. So the half kneel with the 2 jumps. All right. Left knee in front. So I'm going to jump to my right, 2 foot landing, 1, 2. All right. Obviously a little bit more poppy than that. If you don't have room to jump to the side, you're going to go lunge position, 2 foot landing, 1, 2. All right. Except for the lateral jump. The lateral jump, you're just trying to get out to 2 feet. The 2 vertical jumps, you're going as high as you can. Any questions about that? If you don't have room, lunge position to 2 foot landing plus 2 vertical jumps.
Is there
Sound good?
something different you could do for like the vertical jumps if you have like a low ceiling?
Go 4 pogo jumps.
Okay.
All right, so let's go set number 1 here. All right, doesn't matter which side you jump out to start. We're gonna go 2 sets per side. So set 1, go in 3, 2, 1, go. So jump out, land on 2 feet, 2 vertical jumps right when you land. All right, those vertical jumps, we're trying to go as high as we possibly can. All right, so we'll take about 15 seconds here, and then we're gonna go same thing, but to the other side. All right, same thing to the other side here in about 10 seconds. All right, other side here, going 3, 2, 1, go. So same thing, jump out, land on 2 feet, 2 vertical jumps right out of that position. Job, got about 15 seconds here, then we're gonna go 1 more set per side.
How long is the set for? Like, are we going for a certain time?
No, just getting those reps done.
Sorry.
All right,
then
so
how many
other side
reps?
here. Oh, sorry. So it's 1 lateral jump, 2 vertical jumps.
Okay.
All right, so other side here going in 3, 2, 1, go. So back to that first side. All right, so the second you guys land with 2 feet on the ground, you should be thinking about jumping. Don't pause there and set up. Feet touch the ground. I should be already thinking about jumping off the ground. Take about 10 seconds here, and then we'll go last set on the other side. All right, last set, other side here. Going 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so next thing we're gonna do, we're just gonna do 2 sets of it. It's gonna be 10 reps total, so 5 sets or 5 reps per leg of lunge jumps. All right, lunge jumps, we've done it before. Come down to the ground, switch. All right, if you don't, the goal is to get as high as you possibly can. Obviously, if you have a low ceiling, don't jump where your head goes through the ceiling. All right, 2 sets, 5 reps per leg, and then we'll move on to the next part. All right, let's go 3, 2, 1, go. All right, use those arms too. Nice aggressive arms, kind of mimicking all that sprint work that we were doing. All right, goal is to get as high as we possibly can. All right, if you don't have any room to jump, you can go with alternating forward lunges. All right, let's do our second set here. Let's go 3, 2, 1, go. All right, second set here as high as we possibly can. All right, next thing we're gonna do. So If you're on Team Builder, if you have access to this one, it's going to be part B. So what we're going to do, minute 1, we're going to do a new movement every minute. So minute 1 is 13 Cossack squats only to your left side. Minute 2 is going to be 13 Cossacks to your right side. Minute 3, 5 max height vertical jumps. If you don't have the height, you're going 10 pogo jumps. Minute 4, 10 single leg RDLs on our left side. Minute 5, 10 single leg RDLs on your right side. Minute 6, back to our pogo jumps. I'm going to remind you of the movement before the minute starts, so you don't have to remember it all. All right.
What was minute
If
3?
you guys, minute 3 is going to be vertical jumps. It's supposed to be 5 max height vertical jumps. If you don't have the room, go 10 pogo jumps. All right, so Cossack squats, I'll go through what those look like. Feet stay nice and wide. All right, as I shift to my left, my right toe to come off the ground. All right, left foot stays flat, get as low as I can, come back to the center. Low, back to the center. If you have weights, you can hold weights any way that you possibly can. If you guys don't have access to anything, that's fine also. Work on getting low into that Cossack. All right, so we'll go on my time here. So I'll give you guys countdowns and I'll remind you what the next movement is. All right, so movement number 1 here, 13 Cossacks to the left side, going in 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, so spend time getting nice and low. As I lean into that left foot should stay flat. All right, and then when you're done with 13, just rest, and then I'll tell you guys when we're going to start on the right side. All right, so we had about 10 seconds here until we go to the right side. Goal is to get as low as you can into that hip, keep that chest nice and tall. Let's go right side here in 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, try not to have your hands on your knees. Try to keep your hands in front of you or by your side. All right, take your time through this. You got about 25 seconds till we move on to the next thing. All right, so about 15 seconds here. Next movement is 5 max height vertical jumps. If you don't have the height for it, 10 pogo jumps. All right, let's go in 3, 2, 1, go. Either 5 max height verticals or 10 pogos. All right, pogos, we're still trying to get as high as we possibly can. We're just popping up off our toes versus using our quads and hamstrings. All right, and the time we got here, single leg RDL. All right, something we should all be doing pretty easily by now. Foot comes off the ground, push that foot back. So I lead with the foot instead of the chest, pull my body back to center. All right, so in about 30 seconds here, you're only going 10 on your left leg, nice and slow. If you got weights, you can hold them by your side or anything like that. All right, you want to be thinking, if I'm doing it on my right leg, left hand should touch my right toe. Right, that's the motion I want to be in. We got about 10 seconds here. We're going 10 on our left side. Let's go 3, 2, 1, go. 10, nice and slow. Each rep should take about 2 to 5 seconds. Whatever leg you're doing it on, you should feel it in that hamstring. Should feel the stabilizers in your ankle working a little bit. All right, you just got to do 10 on one side here, nice and slow. All right, so single leg RDLs, push that other foot back. All right, we got about 20 seconds, and then we're going to go to the other side. All right, let's start that other side here, going in 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, 10 on the other side, nice and slow. Try to keep that balance the whole time. You want to make it a little bit harder. Don't let that other foot touch the ground at all. Just bring it right through with you and then start into the next rep. All right, this is a good time, especially without weights, to really refine those movement mechanics. All right, we don't got to rush through it. Take your time. You have plenty of time to get them done in a minute. It's about the intent of it, not just kind of rushing through it and buying as much time as you can to rest. We got about 20 seconds here, and then we're going 5 max height pogo jumps. If you were a person who had to do pogo jumps instead of vertical jumps before, let's go 5 single leg pogo jumps per side instead. All right, so 5 pogo jumps here. If you did pogo jumps before, 5 single leg pogo jumps going in 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, so we're going to pick up the pace a little bit here. Instead of going every minute, we're going to go every 45 seconds. So in about 20 seconds here, we're going back to our 13 Cossack squats on our left. All right, 15 seconds, and we're going Cossacks just on our left, trying to get nice and low. Let's go 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, so just 13 on our left. All right, as I drop into that left foot, left heel stays flat, chest stays nice and tall. You want to think about the center of your body. So I got my football sweater on. I want to think about that helmet leading right into the center of my left knee versus dipping back into it. All right, we got about 15 seconds here, and then we're going Cossacks on our right side. All right, Cossacks on our right, starting in 3, 2, 1, and go. Getting nice and low. Think about the center of that shirt going to your kneecap. All right, we should stay in a nice straight line, chest nice and tall. Good job, boys. We got about 15 seconds. Then we're going back to those 5 max height vertical jumps. If you don't have the height, 10 pogo jumps. All right, jumps here going in 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, about 30 seconds here. Then we're going single leg RDLs on our left side. All right, you got some time here. We got about just over 20 seconds. All right, so as we're going into that RDL, we're thinking about keeping our big toe into the ground, pinky toe into the ground, and heel into the ground. You want to think about grabbing the ground with your foot. All right, about 10 seconds here. And then as I lean into my RDL, I'm thinking about kicking my foot back as far as I can. That creates the movement. Let's go 3, 2, 1, and go. Got about 15 seconds here, and then we're going to go to the other side. All right, so we're trying to bring that foot to that, or that hand to that foot. All right, so we're trying to get nice and low into this position. Let's go other side here. 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, so remember, don't try to rush through it. Each rep should take about 2 to 5 seconds. We should feel that stretch in that hamstring and then pull ourselves back up. All right, don't feel like you just got to rush through it to get it done. Do it properly. It's going to pay off in the end. Good job, boys. About 15 seconds here, and then we're going back to our pogo jumps. Remember, if you're someone who did pogo jumps the first time through, let's go single leg pogo jumps, 5 total or 5 per side. Going in 3, 2, 1, and go. Good job, boys. So we'll take about 30 seconds here. We're going to go through that one more time. All right, about 15 seconds, then we're going back to our Cossack squats. All right, Cossack squats, back to that left side, going in 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, so last set here, hopefully we're getting a little bit lower into the movement now. Those hips have warmed up. We can kind of get into it, load that glute more, load that quad more, push ourselves back up. All right, take about 15 seconds here, and then we're going to go to the other side. So our other set, or last set of Cossacks here in about 10 seconds. Let's go in 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, last side here, nice and low. All right, load that leg as much as we can. Work on that hip flexibility. All right, feet should be kind of in that sumo stance, so really outside of our shoulders. Probably about 10 seconds here, and then we're going back to our vertical jumps or 10 pogo jumps. All right, let's go 3, 2, 1, go. Either 10 pogos or 5 vertical jumps. All right, pogos, we're still trying to go for max height here. All right, and we're just rebounding off the ground. The second you touch the ground, think about jumping back up into those pogos. Good job, boys. About 30 seconds here, and then we're going to move on to our last sequences of single leg RDLs. All right, 5 seconds here, single leg RDLs. Let's go left side or whatever side you usually start with. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. Nice and slow. Think about bringing that foot to that hand. All right, we should be feeling this in our hamstring and our glute. Shouldn't be feeling this in our low back. All right, that knee can be slightly bent, doesn't have to be perfectly straight. It's going to help you get into that position a little bit better. We got about 10 seconds here, and then we're going to the other leg. Other leg going in 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, about 15 seconds here, and then we're going to finish up with those pogo jumps, and then we're done with this part of it. And then we got another part of the workout to go. Two more parts actually. All right, so let's go to our pogo jumps here. Either 5 total if you did vertical jumps before, or 5 per leg for single leg pogo jumps. All right, let's go 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, then when you boys are done, grab a quick drink of water, and then I'll explain what we're going to do for the next part. All right, we'll take a couple minutes here. I'll go through the movements. All right, so that's going to be the longest part. Next part, still working on some single leg stuff. Now we're going to do single leg stuff with a little bit more jumping involved in it. So we're going to do skater squats. These are probably going to be new for most guys. I don't think we've ever done them before in the program. And then we're going to combine that with skater jumps and lateral lunge jumps. All right, so skater squats. A regular single leg squat. All right, if I use my couch, all right, foot comes out in front. I sit, come up. For a skater squat, now, let's say I go on my left leg. So my right knee is bent. I'm trying to bring my right knee to the ground and come back up. So right knee bent. Try to go down as low as you can, come back up. The goal is eventually to get that knee to the ground. It's a pretty hard movement to do, so I'm not expecting anyone to get all the way down to the ground. But the goal is to sit back as far as you can, get as low as you can, load that quad and come back up. So minute 1, you're going to do 10 on whatever side you want to start. Minute 2, we're going to go the other side. Minute 3, all right, a lot of jumping done in this minute. It's going to be 20 total jumps. You're going to do 10 total skater jumps, followed by 10 lateral lunge jumps. All right, so skater's pretty simple. Side to side, like this. After that last skater, lateral lunge jumps. All right, not so much worried about height, worried more about the control of moving laterally within those jumps. Any questions about those movements? All right, so minute 1, 10 skaters on one side, or skater squats on one side. Minute 2, 10 skater squats the other side. Minute 3, you're doing both the skater jumps and the lateral lunge jumps. All right, if no one has any questions here, let's go with our skater squats, starting in 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, so you're trying to go straight down like you would in the squat. Good job, boys. About 30 seconds here, and then we're going to move over to the other leg. So we're trying to go straight down. So your chest is going to lean forward a little bit. Just don't think about leading with the chest. Think about leading with the hips down. All right, about 10 seconds here, going to the other leg. Let's go in 3, 2, 1, and go. Job, boys. Try to lead going straight down. It's a slow and controlled movement. All right, Duncan, try to slow it down a little bit. It looks like you're just letting gravity pull you straight down to the ground, buddy. Let's try to resist a little bit. There we go. All right, so about 30 seconds here, and then we're going to go to our jump sequence. All right, so you're trying to keep your heel close to your butt on these, and you're actually trying to get your knee to the ground. All right, so 15 seconds. Remember our jump sequence? You're going 10 total skaters, 10 total lateral lunge jumps. So that's 5 per leg. All right, let's get going here in 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, so 10 total skaters. Right into 10 total lateral lunge jumps. All right, so really work on loading those legs, feeling it in that quad and glute, and driving off that big toe. All right, so remember, right leg pushes me to my left leg pushes me to my right. We got about 30 seconds here, and we're going back to those skater squats on whatever side you want to start on. All right, so think about heel to butt, think about dropping those hips straight down. All right, about 10 seconds here, and we're doing 3 rounds of this. So we got 2 more rounds to go. Let's go in 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, back to our skater squat here. Good job, boys. About 30 seconds here, so you have plenty of time to work on the mechanics of this movement. All right, it is kind of awkward. You got 20 seconds, then we're going to go to the other side. All right, about 5 seconds here, other side. Going 3, 2, 1, and go. Nice, slow and controlled. Keep that heel to that butt. Drop that hip straight down. Chest is going to lean forward a little bit, but try not to let it lean too much. Now, boys, about 20 seconds here, then we're going back to our second set of our jump sequence. So 10 total skaters, 10 total lateral lunge jumps. All right, let's go in 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, 10 skaters, 10 lateral lunge jumps. Try to load that leg into that skater, load those legs into the lateral lunge jump. All right, so remember, right leg pushes you to the left leg pushes you to the right. All right, especially important during those lunge jumps, right? We don't want to be using our right leg to go to the right. Got about 15 seconds here. All right, we're gonna go run through that entire thing one more time. So in about 10 seconds now, we're going back to our skater squats. All right, let's go skater squats here. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Job, boys. About 20 seconds. We're going last set of skater squats on the other side. All right, let's go other side here in 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, so last set here, really working on moving well. We're almost done. Let's not get lazy with it. Try to keep those shoulders back, chest nice and tall, all right? So we're not trying to just round or hold back here. Guys are doing a great job. All right, try to get nice and low into it. Remember, the goal is to get that knee to the ground. Good job, boys. About 10 seconds here. Last jump sequence. All right, and we got a few more things to finish up with. All right, so last jump sequence here, going in 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, so let's try to be as aggressive as we can. Push out off those legs into those skaters. Lunge jumps, let's be aggressive out of that lunge position. All right, the second you feel your body touching the ground or your foot touching the ground, think about loading that leg and pushing off. All right, last one here. Boys, you're doing a great job. Keep going. Finish up with those skaters and lunge jumps. We'll take a few minutes. And then we just got a short little thing to finish up with. Job, boys. All right, so grab a quick drink of water. We just got something that's only 2 sets, just to kind of keep us moving a little bit more here, and then we're done for the day. All right, so we probably got about 5 minutes. All right, last thing we're going to do, it's going to be 12 blackburns and then 5 good mornings into a jump. So a little bit more jumps and a little bit more shoulder health, because I'm sure like you guys, or like me, you guys are probably either sitting in a shitty chair or a crappy chair rather, or sitting on a couch with your arms in front of you like this on your computer. All right, so we're gonna work on some shoulder health here, but also still go get some jumping done. So blackburns, I'll give you a couple options. You can either do the one on the ground that we usually do, all right, where I'm swimming my hands around. All right, that one, or you can go with the bent over position. All right, where I'm here and I'm doing the same thing, but I'm staying with my back straight and legs loaded. All right, so you can either go with that option or the option where we're flat on the ground. What we're gonna do from there, so you're gonna do 12 blackburns. The second thing you're gonna do is 5 good mornings into a jump. So the good morning we did in our warm up with our hands on our hip. So all I'm gonna do is go back, jump. And if you notice, I loaded or I caught that jump after. All right, so I loaded my hips, jumped, and then received that jump. Held here for about half a second, reset. Load, jump, and catch. All right, so 12 blackburns, 5 good mornings into a jump, 2 sets at your own pace. When you're done, got a few words to finish up with for the day, and then we're good to go. All right, so your own pace, 2 rounds, 12 blackburns, 5 good mornings into a jump. All right, if you're doing the blackburns on the ground, so I'm here, hands swimming around to my low back to the back of my head. All right, so that's the option on the ground. Or the second option is the one you leaning forward. All right, so we're in that bent over position.
10 jumps, right?
5 jumps.
5, okay. Sweet.
All right, so those jumps, hands on the hip, load those hamstrings like we did in the warm-up, and you go right from the good morning into the jump, and then receive that land. All right, if you feel like you're gonna jump through your roof, just work on loading really well, and then just doing a smaller jump. All right, so 2 sets, own pace here, really squeezing those shoulder blades together and those Blackburns, really working on loading up those hamstrings and glutes in that jump. All right, so just 2 sets, own pace. When you're done with that, got some things to finish up with, and then we're done for the day. All right, just seeing a few guys finish up here. All right, I think there's a few more guys. You guys are doing great. Almost there. Wait for Brad to finish up with his jumps. Good job, Brad. All right, so that is it. All right, so they're only about an hour long. Remember, so when you're done with this, if you did not see this workout on your team builder, send me an email. That way I can switch you over, especially if you're going to be in lockdown for the remainder of January. If you still have access to weights, I'm going to keep you on that program, and then you can keep following along with it. All right, you guys did great today. A couple things just to finish up with. All right. These workouts, I'm not going to say they're going to make you squat 500 pounds or run a faster 40 or anything like that. But what these workouts do is they set us up for an opportunity to hit the ground running once we get back to practices, once we get back into the weight room. All right. It's really easy to do nothing for a month, but that first week back is going to be absolutely awful. So these workouts here are to set us up for success once we do get back. All right. I'm not saying you're going to become better at everything, but by you not doing them, or by someone not doing them that you may know just kind of skipped it, they're just going to get worse. All right. Like JP said earlier, what's the worst that happens if you do them? You just get in better shape, right? And then we can hit that ground running. If you do know some guys who kind of feel like they don't want to be a part of this, all right, there's nothing wrong with saying, all right, not only mentally is it good for you guys to see the guys on your team, kind of get some chit chat, anything like that, but also physically, it puts you in that better position than they're going to be. All right. So if you do kind of talk to some guys who kind of maybe are very unsure about this stuff, right, just kind of tell them, hey, it's part of it. It's going to be required. You might as well just get on board early. That way you can catch up with it, or you don't have to play catch up with it the next few weeks. Any questions or anything like that to finish up?
Just like, can I say one thing?
Yep.
if you see anyone not here, give them a hard time because 30 people isn't going to cut it. Like if we're trying to win a Yates or anything, like 30 of us are here out of say 90. And so if you guys see anyone not here, give them a hard time because coach did say they were mandatory, at least the first one. So just what I noticed today. It's like 30 of us are here working and other guys are probably sleeping. So just if you guys see someone not here, send them a message, give them a hard time because it's not going to cut it.
Thanks, Ray. JP, anything to finish up with?
Yeah, good job for the first one. I know it's a little bit awkward because we just threw it right into it, but by the time we could have a meeting, it didn't make sense to lay it all out. We'll talk more about it tomorrow, but know that Justin will be on throughout the week at this time. And there's nothing that says, well, I went Monday, why should I go to do them all? That's the way I see it. I don't know how anyone's getting worse by doing this. And the biggest thing is once we are allowed to get back, and it's going to happen, and it may not happen right in February, but it's going to happen. You don't want to be starting out from square one where you're out of breath from touching your toes 5 times. So give yourself a base. Can you do more than this? Absolutely. Like I said, right before we got into the Christmas break, no one can stop you from actually running. And there's nothing better to get a pure athletic base than actually moving your body and doing so. So having these opportunities are big. That's the best we can offer right now. I can't open a gym for you. I can't open up in Windsor. And obviously there's still some of your teammates who are ill or have contracted COVID and they're trying to get over it. So I get all that. But for those of you who are able to, hey, let's get this going and let's spread the word. This is what we want to do. And that's why I wanted to start on the 4th rather than wait till later in the week. Okay? So hopefully see you guys again tomorrow, but definitely tomorrow evening.
Justin, can I talk to you afterwards?
Yeah.
Same here.
If no one has any questions, you guys are more than good to go. Remember to still log it in Team Builder. And if you didn't see it, to send me an email. All right, you guys have a great day. See you tomorrow or throughout the week.
See you, boys. Go Lancers.
Have a good day, everyone.
Hey, boys.
Appreciate it, coaches.
Love you. Love you, fellas.
Coach, are these workouts going to stay at the 11:30 as we go on as well at the same time?
I'm going to do 11:30 every Monday to Friday, especially throughout January. If there's other times where a lot of guys can make it, we'll kind of figure that out. But for now, they'll probably stay 11:30.
Okay, I just have class Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 11:30, so that's why I was asking.
Yeah, we're going to see kind of how it works this week, and then we might make adjustments. But I don't want to say yes or no.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
The biggest thing, Sam, is once you understand how they work, on the days you can't come, whether it's seeing the recording or just doing it on your own is fine.
Okay.
But I want you to be able to do stuff. But yeah, I understand that there's going to be classes, but you also have to know that we're going to try and get multiple meetings going, so the evenings may not work for everyone. And we'll see if we can have additional times put in, but right now we're going to go with the 11:30 time slot. That way it's consistent with everyone. They know which day and time it is.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Coach. See you tomorrow.
No problem. See you.
I was kind of in this similar boat. Oh, sorry.
No, go
Sorry,
ahead.
you can go.
Josh, go ahead.
So I have class Tuesdays, Thursdays, but I'm also still working. And I work. The only day that I can make it at this time is Mondays today. So I was going to say, so I know it was recording. First off, I don't know how to access the recordings, where to go to see that.
So once I'm done, I'll send it to JP, and then I think JP can send it out. Is that how it usually works?
Yeah, send it to Coach Beardy, because
All
if you send it to me, it could get lost in the cloud or whatever it's called.
Okay, good. Yeah, just because I do have access to a bunch of gym equipment, and I'll be doing the one Team Builder, but also I'll be doing this one. I just won't be here. You guys won't know, but you'll have to take my word for it that I'm doing it.
Surely someone wearing the Beast shirt wouldn't be lying.
Beast mode on.
There's actually a button for on. Okay.
All right. Well, that's all I wanted to say. So.
All right. Thanks for letting us know.
Yeah. Thanks. Bye.
All right. Who's next there?
I'll go. Yeah. I want to talk to you about the tutoring thing. So I've sent out so many emails about trying
really?
to get marks back.
And
And
guys just don't get back to you, eh?
I think I've gotten 5.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so
Imagine what it's like for a coach.
I was saying that. I was literally saying it to my parents. It's like, oh my god, I can imagine what Coach JP goes through. Oh,
We'll talk about that later in the week
Okay,
because obviously this week we're not going to have study hall, but going into it next week, and a few guys that were with us have left over the break.
Okay.
And we'll have to kind of see who else is still on board and who's moving on. That's
okay.
the nature of
Sounds
it.
good.
But yeah, I feel your pain.
Yeah. I just didn't know what to do. So I was.
Hey, that's the best we can do. And then if they don't reply to me, then we got issues. But the grades are still, they haven't all been put in. I'm
Yeah.
assuming by the end of this week or early next week, they'll be in and we'll be able to go from there.
I know some of the guys were messaging me saying they were having trouble like accessing their last semester grades because like they said that it wasn't on Blackboard anymore. But like I'm sure, isn't there a way? I'm sure there's a way you can go back to last semester to check like the things, right? Like your marks.
Like going back to
Yeah, like
fall 2020.
Yeah, because they were saying all their 2021 winter 2021 are like up already, and they can't see their fall ones anymore. But
Yeah, there should be something to access those grades. But
I know it changed from when I was in school, but you can always access your transcripts. And then it should say on your transcripts. Because I know once a new semester opens for Blackboard, like you lose all your old Blackboard stuff.
you can't
But
see
they
the
should-
marks like once the Blackboard opens up the next semester.
Yeah, once a new semester starts, I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong,
the-
but you could always access your transcripts too for any grades that you have.
you lose it as a prof as well. So the best way that I know of is you'd have to go into like your UWin account because that information's all there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I guess we'll figure it out like later in the week too. Once we start up study hall and stuff like that.
Exactly.
All right.
Eagle, what's up?
Just the same issue as the other guys. I have 11:30 classes Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I don't know if they're going to be like in session, like synchronous
Right.
meetings or not yet. So until next week, I won't find out. But for the time being, I can't do the Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday ones. I'll try to see if I can jot it down with the
No,
recordings.
that's fine. The biggest thing is knowing this is when the sessions are. And if you
Mhm.
have to do synchronous learning at those times, then
Yeah.
you can't jump on and then you find another time to do them. Because where you're at, I know the gym's not available, but once you get an idea of what's going on, it might be the odd exercise that you're not sure of. And you can email Justin, you can tell you, hey, this is exactly what it looks like. But following in the team builder, and then if we have a higher demand where we have to have additional time sessions, we'll try. But we
Okay.
could have another time and you still have class.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's no guaranteed solution. So we said, okay, at least this is not too early. Guys should be able to get up and do it. And even if guys like yourself have class, you still have 2 times a week where you can access it.
Yeah, exactly. So I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm not like skipping or nothing. It's just 'cause of
No,
school.
and once we go through it with study hall and get your new schedule set up,
Mhm.
I'll know exactly when you have class anyways. But the
Perfect.
biggest thing is because we don't have access to gym, what can we still offer to keep you guys in some kind of shape so you're not
Mhm.
starting from ground zero?
Yeah. No, I get you.
The
Well,
biggest,
thank
like,
you, Coach.
Yeah, if you can't make it, like you can still log in Team Builder. Like that's kind of like the part of it
Mhm.
too, is like if you're not here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like your way of telling us that you did it is that when we go to check your team builder's still filled out too.
Okay.
This is just
Right.
like a better way to get a lot more guys doing it. Kind of sets a time for them. But if you can't do it, if you can't make it, just set it up in your team builder so it's completed.
Okay. All right. Cool.
In
Sounds
a
good.
lot of ways, Nico, it's kind of like how we did study hall, where do you absolutely have to be in a group to get results? No, I know you're going to study on your own, but you being there reinforces other people it's important. Same with the workout. So could you do this on your own? Absolutely. But when you have one of our coaches leading it and other guys logged in, it's like, okay, everyone else is doing it, so let's just get it done. I know there's more things that you'd rather be doing than couch exercises. I get it.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
when everyone's on, it kind of motivates you to get that done. So
Okay,
that's
yeah.
the whole philosophy behind it. especially
I
now
get
that you can't go anywhere.
Yeah, no, it's brutal.
And it's going to be like this for at least this month. And like, even though the lockdown might come up, like we get out of gray at the end of the month, it's not like, okay, now we're open for business. It'll be slow and gradual, to say the least. And there's nothing that says we can't get out of it and go into red, and then a week later we're back to gray. So, tough to say. The only thing I do know is I don't know what's going to happen going forward.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Perfect, coach. Thank you.
All right. Take care, buddy.
No problem.
You too.
See ya.
See you, coach.
See ya.
So